Somebody asked me the other day, well, is the tote that you have, is it bigger than your other tote, or is it smaller, is it wider, is it this, is it that? And I haven't done one of these before, but I'm going to do a little tote comparison. So if anyone's on the fence about what to get or what's going to work for them, this is for you. So in the center is my newest tote. This is from Ranchlands out of Colorado, made by Maddie. This is it in black with the contrasting handles. I have all the handles tucked inside, so when I turn the bags that you can see them without the handles getting in the way, but I'll show you that in a bit. And then I think this is my second oldest or second newest, because there's only 3 bags. This is Hand and Hide. This is their olive brown color. They don't make it anymore, but they still make the bag, just not this color of leather. And this is their tote in large. So theirs comes small, medium, and large. This comes only one size. And then this is my oldest tote. This is from Love 41. This also comes only in one size on their simple tote anyways. They have a couple other, their sister company has a couple other bags and totes and all that stuff. But for the simple tote from Love 41, this comes only in one size. So a quick comparison, this is the tallest. I don't know if you can see that. It's just by a hair, probably by like a 1/4 inch. The black one is the tallest, the Ranchlands. Love 41, a smidge shorter, and then over here is the Hand and Hide tote, and this one is significantly shorter. In terms of width, I would say these two, they're about the same. They don't have like a formal side the way this one does. You can see here it's got seams running this way, so it's much wider, this one. But these two are about the same. And let me see if I can, let me do this. You can see already just by it standing outside that this one is a lot wider, left to right, the length of the bag. And then this one's tiny, but hopefully that kind of helps you visualize. And I kind of did that confusing, so I should stick to consistent adjectives so we don't get confused. Going forward, I will always refer to this as the depth, this is the height, and then this as the width. So you can see, let me do that again now that I've defined some terms. You can see this has the longest width. This one also has differing widths, meaning it's the widest at the top and it's the narrowest at the bottom of the bag. This one is consistent all the way through, as is this one. The width at the bottom is the same as the width at the top. So anyways, let's do this. Let me show you them. I'm going to put this one, the little one, to the side for a second. And so you can see these are pretty similar, and I just want to put it front and back because obviously if you can't really see the black one, they're very similar in size. Here they are side by side. This one's a little bit wider. I feel like I can put more stuff in the Ranchlands and still be able to see it. What happens, I can put a lot of stuff in this one, the Love 41, but because it's not as structured and it's floppy, and I actually I took a liner from something else that it wasn't meant for and threw it in here. And let me take that out so you can see, so you get a more honest comparison. This out of your way here. This is a very floppy tote. Somehow it's still standing because it has a good base to it, but it's very floppy. So when I put a lot of stuff in here, everything sort of just collapses in on itself. And so when I open the bag, it's kind of, anything that I stacked is kind of a jumbled mess. So it's harder to see in the simple tote. This one, because it's very structured and has a rectangular, hard, structured bottom, when I stack things in there and I open the bag, I can see very well what's in there. So this is probably, it depends what you carry, obviously. If you like to look in and sort of see everything, this is probably your best bet. If you want the bag to sort of mold to you and be floppy, then I think this is your best bet. This is their hair-on version, and they don't have it all the time. They sometimes have it via auction, or they'll have some sort of flash sale on their Love 41 Lovely. But normally they sell this bag without hair, and that one, from what I've seen on the web and other reviews, looks very floppy. This one I didn't carry that long. I carried it probably for a month. And so it never got the chance to get really floppy. But anyways, This is a little more loose. You can see like the bag turns and it molds. This one does not do that. And both of them are empty. Let me take the straps out of this one so you can see the drop on the bag. I know that's important for a lot of people. Let me do it this way because I think it's easier to see. Here you can see the drop is longer on the Love 41 bag by a hair. Hopefully you're getting that because the bag hangs lower. So it's got a little bit of a longer drop, but more or less they're comparable. In terms of the actual leather, if you carry your bags a long time, and people go back and forth about this. Some people say like, oh, I want a thin strap because I'm going to have it on for a long time. I kind of feel the other way. If I carry it for a long time, I want this part of the leather to be wide. I feel like it distributes the weight better and it's a more comfortable carry, especially because I carry a lot. So you can see here, Love 41 is narrower than the Ranchlands, and it's also thinner. Let me separate them. Hopefully that'll help you see it better. So this is more of a lightweight tote. This is more of a heavy duty tote. And let me show you this one too. This one, and this one is the only one that has a snap closure at the top. The other two are permanently open. This hand and hide is the large size. So this one has, I'm gonna put this to the side for a minute, an extraordinarily long drop. Of these three totes, I can actually wear this tote like this. No other tote can I do that with, and no other tote in terms of these two would I want to do that with. This is significantly smaller. I don't like crossbody when the bag is big. That's personal preference. So I wouldn't even want to do it, even if the handles on those bags allowed me to. But this has a very long drop. I like it because I wear it crossbody. I wear this bag a ton on the weekends. And I feel like I'm always on the go with my kiddo, and I like to have my hands free, so I like crossbody. But let me just show you when I say a long drop, and I'll use this one, probably easier to demo. Check it out. It is much, much longer, especially considering the size of the bag. And this one also has, I would describe this as medium thick. Here it is. On top is the hand and hide. This one on the bottom is the Ranchlands Chico. And you can see the Ranchlands is just, it's a little bit thicker. And then, let me just show you this for comparison. On top is the Love 41, and then this one is the hand and hide. And you can see it's also, how can I show this to you? They're very similar in color, so hopefully you're getting that. But it's about a 1/4 inch wider also. So that's that. If in terms of organization, this one has none. So the Love 41 Simple Tote is a straight up tote. There's nothing on the outside. There's nothing on the inside. Check it out. So I have a hard time using this tote without anything in there. And I was telling a girlfriend that the other day, and she goes, no, a tote's not for that. A tote's a bag you just throw everything in. She's like, no, like a beach tote. And I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of get my mind around that. But the reality is, I probably wouldn't use this tote had I not found a great liner for it. This is from one of their other bags. And they don't even make this anymore, so this is kind of like a vintage piece from their sister company, Saddleback. And it just so happens, if you kind of manipulate it, and I'll put the link to my other video where I show you how I place it in there just so, it gives just the right amount of organization. But you could go on Etsy and get any number, even a custom one to fit just this bag, so you could get the organization that you want and tailor the organization to you. So that's kind of a nice option, right? You're just working with a blank canvas, no organization. And then I think this one has, let me do this. This one, the Ranchlands, has a decent amount of organization. So on the exterior, they've got this full width pocket. It's not filled depth, it stops here, but it's a really nice sized open pocket. I typically keep my phone in here unless I'm gonna carry my tablet that day. Then tablet goes in here and phone goes on the inside. And then on the inside, they have one pocket running the full width. It's also not full depth, and it's divided. And it's not divided in half, it's divided a third and 2/3. So in the 1/3 side, I typically can put my phone, and on the other side, I'll put my wallet and odds and ends. No key fob in here, but I'll put a link to the video where I show you the buckle. It comes from the buckle guy, where I show you the hook that I use to hang my keys. And that actually works out really well. I'm going to show you can do that. Here it is, the buckle that I'm talking about. This leather on the Ranchlands is so thick, I can't put this buckle on the inside. It can only fit on the leather on the interior pockets. That's the quality and the thickness of the leather that's on the Ranchlands. This one is a little bit of a thinner leather on the simple tote. And let me see if I can do it. You can't really do it. So this is, you cannot put this on here. The leather's a little bit too thick. But the liner that I put did have a key fob. So I don't, oh, that might have been in a little bit of a thick piece, because I was able to do it here. Here, let me swing it around so I can show you. So I don't know why I couldn't do it on that one section, but I am able to do it here and to hang my keys from there. So if you have the simple tote, that works as well. This one has what I would refer to as a medium amount of organization. Nothing on the exterior, no pockets. And on the interior, they have one pocket on each side. That handle doesn't want to cooperate with me. One open pocket on each side. And I can actually, I was going to show you my phone in it, but I can actually do this because it's only affixed at the top. I love the bright yellow color. It's very easy to find the pocket in the bag, and because it's not affixed to the bottom, if you have something in there and you wanted to lay it on top of a sweater or something like that, you can, and it makes getting your phone out easier, right? Because you've not piled all these things on top of the pocket or in front of the pocket. You can still have easy access. Hopefully you got to see that. But this I would qualify as medium organization. 2 pockets, 1 on each side, both open. This one, 3 pockets, 1 on the exterior, 1 divided pocket on the interior. This one, no pockets. So hopefully that gives you an appreciation for these 3 bags. Again, this is the Hand and Hide. This is their large tote, long drop. I can wear it crossbody, and they'll work with you, by the way, because I asked them that the other day. I happen to really like the length of this for the crossbody, but they said they get a lot of people who say, I want this bag, but with shorter straps, so it's exclusively shoulder carry, and they will custom it for you, because a lot of companies don't do custom. But Hand and Hide will work with you, and they'll put designs on it if you want. Like somebody else asked, could you engrave an elephant on it? And they did it. So they're extraordinarily friendly for requests. If there's something about the bag you want to change. This is Love 41. They do not do anything custom. They don't monogram, nothing. The bag is the bag. You cannot make any alterations to the height of the straps or the depth of the bag. You can't add pockets. What you get is what you get. This is a simple open tote. This, in closing, is Ranchlands. They're sort of a smaller company in terms of their leather bags, so I have not asked them to custom, but I will ask them, and I'll put it down in the comments when I get the answer if this bag is customizable, if they would allow changes. But other than that, these are kind of 3 totes just for comparison's sake. I would say very structured, medium structured, no structure, extremely thick on the ends, not very thin, but a thinner leather on the interior, on the middle bag. And that's it. This is the Chico tote, comes only in one size. Love 41 simple tote comes only in one size. Hand and Hide, this is their large. Thank you so much for watching.